All right, we're live. We are live, y'all. I know y'all just saw that one. I think I'm gonna have to blast through all of these because I have to cover the all the events, but I really want to get to that 200, both of them right now. But you already know I gotta cover the events as they went because I gotta respect all the events. So I'm gonna cover all the events. I'm gonna go through and give a quick summary of all of those. Probably give me about maybe 5 minutes. Then we're going straight to the 200s because they were both hype. Man, I called it on one, the other one a little bit off. Give me about 10 seconds, y'all. Give me about 10 seconds because I think y'all might be able to hear this fish tank water in the background. Normally, I try to turn off the filter, but it's kind of loud. Actually, it's okay. It's okay. Y'all know what this is. It's a little bit more janky in the first 2 years of this channel. Then we gonna get it straightened up. We gonna get it straightened up. I always get this, but yeah. Mind your own. Shout out to you, Jason Reynolds, Chrissy Rowe, when Digo. Yep, Lyle's got that. Look, I am your host Nick, and you are watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. Look, if y'all looking to be, if you want to see the heart of a champion, y'all about to see these two athletes, Lyles, Jackson, both of their reaction. This right here, he was ripping off his shirt and everything. Man, that's some stuff. Now, I'm going to stop saying this is what track and field needs to expand. Because if somebody's a new person in the sport, they're going to be hearing this. It's like, dang, this must be lame. We don't want to be here. All I know is all this stuff is entertainment factor and fantastic. Here we go with the American sweep. I don't really have a picture for Jamaica, unfortunately, right now. Normally I have it for both. But let me go ahead here. Let me fit that to screen. We're going to put this up a little bit later. We're going to put this a little bit later. All right, you said you don't hear the fish tank. It's cool, but as always, be blessed, right? Stay rich. We gonna be fine. Oh, and by the way, we're gonna be pushing to be number one. If you're here in the live or the post recording, smash that like button. Y'all, smash that like button. Man, the excitement right here. Let me take this off the screen. Let me get this logo and everything off the screen here. Okay, let's go through this. Let's go to the summary of the javelin, the summary of the 800, the summary of the 5,000, and the triple jump. Unfortunately, let's see here in the javelin, and then also the summary of the other 800. Let me go through these lists. I gotta respect all the athletes from. No, stop doing that, Jason. Dina Asher Smith is a Brit. Come on now. Because this is what we be having with people when they come to the U.S. They always be separating themselves and everything like that. No, it wasn't Jamaica 1, 2, 3. It was Jamaica 1, 2. What I know, parents are Jamaican and everything. I'm pretty sure she might claim that. But come on, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Let's not start claiming everything here. Let's let Britain get the W for the medal. Come on now. Let's let Britain get the W. Okay, we got Peters. This is a javelin. Chopra for India. Weber, Vadlich, Abdurrahman, Hollander. We got Genki Dean. Is Spirit Dean. Interesting. Genki for Spirit. Thompson, Nadim, Martyr, Yadav, and then our final qualifier, Lassie from Finland in the javelin. All right, let's look over here for the summary of the men's 5,000. Oh no, the men's 800. We got Derebe for Ethiopia, Jimmer, not the men, the women. What the heck? I'm going ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, now this is the women's 800. Derebe for Ethiopia, Jimmeriki, Great Britain. Tracy for Jamaica, the recent. Now this is one where she might have had a Jamaican one or two parents, and then she was in Britain, and then she decided to use that. But if she stayed in Britain, I'll still be like, hey, she's a Brit. We got to be fair here, because if somebody came to Jamaica and they start qualifying, you're gonna be like, hey, Jamaica, here. So Adele Tracy for Jamaica, Natoya Gould, Mora for Kenya. Man, Mora is a huge chest. That's that altitude giving you that huge chest, and she's just huge. So like, you don't want to get in a boxing fight with her if you're another woman. Renelle for France, Anna for Poland. We got Lindsay Butterworth, Keely Hodgkinson, Hailu for Ethiopia. Good to see her back in there, I think after the 1500. Aji Wilson, Kohlberg, Bell, Athing, Mo, Rogers with that late move, Elamu for Ethiopia, Nakai for Uganda, Horvat, Uragos. Oh, wait a minute. Prudence for South Africa made it through. I'm happy that she did. And then we got Naomi Career and Lori Hoffman of Switzerland. Oh, wait a minute. And then we got Herring and Baker. Now, do we got the Italian that they put in here? Yeah, there was an Italian. That's Bello right there. And then we got Bissett because of that mishap that happened. I'm going to cover this in a second. I see y'all comments and everything. I see y'all comments. Okay, now here's the men. Let's run through this one as well. The 5,000. We got Krop of Kenya, Ingebrigtsen, Louis for Guatemala. We got Kajelcha, Ethiopia, Ahmed for Canada, Ebinyo. If you're just joining us right now, we just flashing through all the events. No disrespect to anybody else. But at this point, I'm so hyped, I'm going to just have to go through. I might come back later, I might not, to try to cover my predictions for the finals. Edris for Ethiopia, Scott, Chalimo, Fisher, Barrega. So it's good to see a U.S. athlete in there. Chep the guy, Nur for USA, Parsons, and then Kip Career. What is this? The triple jump qualifiers, unfortunately, are passed great from the USA. Wait a minute, Will Clay made it through? Wait a minute, who did it? Christian Taylor. There we go, Christian Taylor. He came from that Achilles injury and last year, and he's coming back. I know personally how an Achilles is. I dealt with it now for 2 years. First an Achilles tendonitis, then bursitis. Man, that is hard. We got Paul Pereira, Clay Dos Santos, Scott, Andre, Jean-Marc, Lazaro, Zoo, Emmanuel, Zongo, and Picardo. That's your qualifiers for that triple jump. We're almost there. If you're just joining us, smash the like, smash the like, smash the likes here. This is javelin. I think I already did that. Yes, I did. So that means we got the men's 800. We got Mula. I didn't know if they were saying Mula or Boo in the crowd. I think it was Mula. Then we got A-Rob. Let's see what he does. Career was looking pretty good. So he might come by here and win this whole thing. Then we got Wanyonyi, Sejati, Kasasi, Tual or Gabriel, Bowl, Robert, English, Lang. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm reading off too many names. I should have already known. It seemed like it was more qualifiers for the women. Oh yeah, because they were going to semis or something, whatever. So no Robert, no English, no Langford. I was getting on the roll there. Let's go to the women's 200, then the men's 200. The women's 200, then the men's 200. Now I've noticed for this championship they haven't been putting up. Peterborough was very close. They have not been putting up the wind readings. They have not been putting up the wind readings during the commentation or anything. And I think that's just for the normie, the non-track and field person. They've been putting up a lot of stuff. I like the heat map stuff that they put up afterward. It makes it seem more interactive, especially when you just see a race one time. It's lasting however many seconds or minutes. And then now you get to enjoy seeing the replays, get to enjoy more of it. Because track and field is kind of like, okay, one and done, in all honesty. You can see basketball, football, international football, aka soccer, all of that stuff. You can see that over 45 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes or whatever. of play, but you don't see something like this like that. So I think it's very good to cater to that, as well as showing them where the speed, especially for when it comes to television. Now I gotta say, you said, why do I think Abby Steiner got lane 8? Well, Abby Steiner was a slow qualifier. Here. So here's the official start list. Let's pull this up real quick so we can see where they started. See, all right, I see some Dina Asher stands up in here. So here's the start list. We got Kambunji in lane 1, Thompson here in lane 2. Some people were asking why she even lined up. I was like, she had a fair, chance of getting that. Dina Asher Smith in lane 3, Sharika Jackson, Tamara Clark, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, Senyi of Abby Steiner. That's your start list. Senyi, of course, is DSD according to World Athletics, and therefore should be in their own category according to how things might shape up. Now, like I said, allegedly, that's according to their legal team. It doesn't make sense to ban for some events, aka targeting Caster Semenya, but not others. So, beside that, here we go. Dina Asher Smith, congratulations on doing this. If she simply just kind of matched her time, the win was positive 0.6. Now, I'm just going to say this. World record would have went down if Sharika Jackson just ran harder in that semi. Come on. Y'all see that 21.6 that she was just coasting? If she ran harder, as hard as she did now, obviously that wasn't the final. But, you got a day rest or something. Maybe it would have slowed it down in the final to, what, a 21.6? Maybe it would have slowed it down to 21.7. I still can't see somebody else there. But she might have been anticipating, Steiner or something performing, Thompson Hero performing out of nowhere, even though her form this season. Dina Asher Smith performing, because these are some championship racers, and Dina Asher Smith was there. So it's smart that she didn't. But I just got to point out, the world record was within grasp for Sharika Jackson. She had the win. She had the talent right there. It's just a matter of time. But here we go. Here's how the race went down. Sharika Jackson blazed them out of the turn, kind of, sort of. Shelly Ann Fraser Price was actually there. The first one there, she tore it up. I'm telling y'all, tore it up. If it was flames that came behind them, if they added in a flame animation or fire to come up behind them, probably be real distracting to the runners right there. But if they put the flames back there, that's what they should have done for Shelly Ann Fraser Price. She tore up that bend, and it was nobody there. She just came out. She was in the lead. Sharika Jackson, everybody else looked like they were going in slow motion or backwards. Even up to the next, 10 meters out of that curve. Shelly Ann Fraser Price was there. Then it was like Sharika Jackson. She's been this whole season. You've been looking at her like she's been spirit possessed. She's been a woman possessed. All right? She's been a woman possessed. Okay? She was a woman possessed. You look at her eyes, it's like she wasn't there. Y'all seen that like the It movie or whatever? Not to say it's like that bad, but you seen It, like when It put the look in their eyes and then it was like their soul just flew out. That's like it's like she had another spirit inside of her this entire season. She been looking at competitors, probably looking straight past them, and then she let it all out. She let the inner demon, or I guess that's still appropriate term, inner demon out. Let the workhorse out. Let everything out on this track right now. Nobody was about to answer. Right when she got to that 85 to 80 meters to go mark, she went boom, boom, boom. No answer. Nobody could claw back. Not at all. They were all floundering. But it was Jamaica 1, 2, and 3 for just a moment. And then Dina Asher Smith came up. And she came up and closed. Interestingly enough, Dina Asher Smith simply had to run somewhere around her personal best. I think she might have been capable of that had she not done a 100, potentially. Clearly, she's not in the same shape she was in the past, and the wind being a little bit different. Whatever, the track different, should be a faster track. But yeah, this was interesting. Now I got to talk about the casualties. All of them got sniped, scalped, whatever form, murdered on the track. Somebody saying she pregnant. Elaine Thompson-Herah. How can you even sprint pregnant, bro? Yeah, you can sprint pregnant. To be fair, because it's been done before. But you got to be like early. Obviously, that's some other stuff. And I mean, you get sprinters that run pregnant. You get marathon runners that run full marathon. Shout out to Paula Radcliffe and some others that they was like in their, their late term, and they still be running. And I'm like, what? I was about to start saying third trimester or whatever, but I gotta be sure if I'm accurate on that. But Paula Radcliffe definitely ran a marathon while she was pregnant. Other athletes, distance runners, sprinters, they do it sometimes. So yeah, they do. But yeah, if y'all talking about Elaine, man, I saw somebody already saying that Elaine. I told y'all the conspiracy theory stuff with Elaine Thompson-Herah being injured. I was gonna make that video, and now I am. Y'all know who the secret winner? I want y'all to watch this. The secret winner of the World Championships is actually Elaine Thompson-Herah, because you know she only loses, and I'm telling you, she only loses. This is how the fans are. She only loses when she's injured. She hasn't said she's injured, even when she comes out her mouth, and she said it at past championships. Her coach said she's not injured. She says she's not injured. The physical therapist didn't say she was injured. And she lost at that one championship. I forgot whichever one it was, the first or the second. I think it was the first one in 2017. And when she wasn't injured, she was just like, yeah, I don't know what happened. That's what she said. She didn't know what happened. Even when she says she's not the freaking, it's like the Richardson fan club, except for Elaine. And it's like, yeah, I don't care what the facts are. She's injured. That's what happens. She's injured no matter what. So because Elaine Thompson-Herah got 7th place here, she faded. Then she started jogging. She was out of it. You know what? She's injured. That's what we're gonna declare. She's injured. No matter that she got a world championship medal already. No matter that she was in the Jamaican sweep and got a bronze. She's injured, y'all. She's injured. Shelly Ann Fraser-Price can't beat a healthy Elaine. That's what the word is. Where's Woodism when you need him? Shout out to you, man. I know you be coming in. You're going to come after the other one. I don't want to call you out and single you out. But here we go. Shericka Jackson. Congratulations. 21:45 championship record. When will we see this type of thing again? When will we see this again? I hope she gets that one-off race. Although, to be honest, the world record was done after 4 rounds. That shows you the type of strength that FloJo had. I just got to be honest. That was done. That wasn't a one-off, so to be fair. But it doesn't matter. A world record is going to be a world record as it is. If the win was a little bit better, I think a 1.8 or something. 1.8, 1.6 probably, but that's cutting it close. We want to be sure. 1.8, 2.0, and then this would have been world record coming down. But look, championship record, second fastest all time. Not a single other woman has run faster except for FloJo. And guess what? Nobody else has gone sub 21.5. Not Elaine Thompson-Herah, not a Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Dina Asher-Smith. It doesn't matter. Not a Shanae Miller-Weibo. No matter who you are saying. They said these Sha'Carri fans, bro, so annoying. Man, look, to each their own. They said, where's Bo Rude? He got blocked off my channel. I'm not even. I don't take people when they just say the most. His stuff is asinine and just not really good. It doesn't really add to the conversation. People be trolling in the comments, and I'll say some comment, maybe even curse them out in the comment, or whatever. I think I've cursed out somebody. He probably unsubscribed. He's one of my first subscribers. But, well, I didn't curse him out. I just said it was like a dumb thing, and I realized that he hasn't come and commented on here in a while. I had a feeling. But this is just how I talk to people. I talk to people around me like that, not to the same entertainment factor effect, but I kind of talk to people like pretty aggressively. People know me personally, know that I'm about the same. But yeah, him, no, he doesn't add anything. They said, please block Beyonce fan. Hafiz Roman said, how many times does Elaine herself need to say this? She said she had a shoulder injury earlier in the season and she did not train like she did for the Olympics. That is why her form is off. Lord. Man, look, everybody hurt out there. Come on now. Dina Asher Smith been dealing with a hamstring thing. Come on now. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. Come on, Hafiz. You know better. Who else is dealing with injuries in this field? Who else is dealing with injuries and we don't know? The microphone is in front of Elaine Thompson-Herah. She had a shoulder injury. She don't got the shoulder injury right now. She didn't train for the Olympics. Oh, well. Guess what? Guess what? It's not a big conspiracy saying, oh, she's injured now. Maybe it went away. Dina Asher Smith last year, she was confident that she could run a 10-6 or whatever and beat Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Elaine, and all of them. But guess what? Like, come on now. But she got hurt. Nobody's saying Dina can't perform. They saying, well, see, Dina actually can't beat all of them. No, the way I look at Dina Asher Smith, she can stand toe-to-toe with all of them. Like, she can stand toe-to-toe with all of them. DeMarcus Mack said, I told people on Coach Desk and halftime show, Jamaican going 1-2 or 1-2 Sharika, Shelly Ann, Dina Asher. Hey, shout out to you for getting that right. Now I'm going to have to check. Remember I told you I'm giving y'all points for whoever gets where Dina Asher Smith. And I'm going to admit right here live that I was completely off on this take. Normally I defend Dina Asher Smith, and I was throughout the entire season until the last minute. It was until the last minute. I think it came to that 200 meter run, sprint dash against Kambunji. And then I didn't care about the time. It was just kind of like, okay, she didn't look the best, but she lost against Kambunji. That's the thing I was like, okay, the time is irrelevant. The fact that she lost against Kambunji, I was sold that she wasn't there. I was calling it like she wasn't going to make the final. Now I got to put the same gun that I put it to everybody else to myself. I got to say it. I was on that one, I was off. I got to call myself out on that one. So I'm not even going to make an excuse and be like, well, but you know, no, I'm not going to be one of those people. I was wrong on this one. I may not always be right. I'm always accurate. And on this one, I was incorrect on this one by a big shot. I'm glad I bet myself. Once I saw that first round or second round of Dina Asher Smith, I started putting in more money to the opposite. I broke even. I gained money on the bet with Noah Lyles and betting that Knighton would fade. So I was correct on that one. I'm glad. So, but yeah, congratulations. Dina Asher Smith, bronze medal. Let's go over here. Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. How y'all gonna take away from this? There go the Mommy Rocket, the Pocket Rocket, whatever other name, Speed Demon, Legend. Now y'all gonna say greatest of all time is all about to be here. Now it's like no argument on the women's side at least. Even though they're gonna say, hey, she don't got the world record, so putting her up there even against Usain Bolt or any of the greats before, I can kind of see the argument for that. I think it gets put to bed if she wins one more. It's like inarguable. It's like, okay, what are you gonna say now? But at this point, it's about even or arguably greatest of all time, male or female 100 meter sprinter. Me personally, if you want to hear my opinion on this, I just say she's got to be greatest of all time overall, because at some point a world record is just a world record and you just aren't gonna break it. There's a chance that world record in the 100 can be broken. Although it has a whole bunch of question marks, don't matter, because even Shelly Ann Fraser-Price is not the fastest woman in, even if you took that out, she does not have the world record. She wouldn't have had the world record before. I think that 10:63, was that the second fastest time in history at the time? Or did somebody go 10:62? No, Flojo might have. Yeah, Flojo, I think, still would have been up there with that record. So, yeah, even still with that Olympic record, if you took out the overall world record, that just leaves Elaine Thompson-Herah and then an Olympic record. So she still wouldn't have had it. So giving it like that, I can understand. But anyway, I'm gonna put like Shelly Ann. Here go the progression right here. Here's the progression. Look at her times in the 100. And so when people say, "Oh, you can't drop these fast times or big times," somebody's using some. Look at Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce. Here's 2000. Y'all can't see it. Let me adjust this camera right quick. Here we go. Here's 2006. I'm gonna get to Noah Lyles and them in a second. I'm gonna give the honors to a woman because who knows? She's at the age 35. She may or may not show up next season. We don't know. I'm taking this year by year. So let me take this time to just honor Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce after that 100 because I didn't get a chance to do it then. Look at her in the 100, coming from an 1174 in 2006, 1131. But look at this drop, 1131. All right. Then we got the doctor over there, the Jamaican coach for MVP, Coach Francis. And he even said, I listened to his interview. I really like listening to some of his interviews where he said he just assumes he's always an idiot. He said his words. That's what he said. And that he always has to change up his training methods. And that he always has to improve. And I was like, you know what? That's some good, fantastic coaching. But she went from 1131 to a 1078. So you can't tell me, nobody can tell me you can't drop fantastic times. That's a half a second drop, almost 0.6 hundredths of a second of a drop. That's a huge drop. Then she goes 1073, 1095. We know what happened there. She was a little bit off that year. I think she had the braces taken them out. Then they say, hey, look, we suspended you because of drug thing. And then it was like, oh, you didn't report that. It was real dumb. But I guess things got messed up here. Then we got the 10-7, 1071. Then it's the 11 off year with Monaco. Then we got 1074. She's got the most 10-7s in history. Y'all know that, right? Now she's got the most 10-6s in history. So, of any woman that's run that. She's been on the clock this year. 1086, 1098. Didn't she have a baby in 2017, 2018 or something like that? I think it was 2017. Somebody get me on that exact year. Then she came back after having a baby, 1071. She was so happy that she could come back and match some of the time she hadn't hit. She hadn't hit this time in 4 years, going 10-7 something. Then in this year, she hit back to the 10-7s. But in 4 years, she had the toe injury, all of that. She's trying to get out of MVP camp. She's like, okay, cool. She's still in MVP camp at the time, but she was happy. 1086, 10-6, 1067. That's progression right there. She hadn't broken 22, although she was the champion back, 2013? She didn't even have to break 22 for that. She hadn't broke 22. Her best was 22.09, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look at this progression. Yeah, back in 2012. Then she comes down here, 21.79. Unfortunately, didn't medal, but she got the 21.81, a new personal best at Eugene at the perfect time. Perfect time. And one last thing I got to do here with Shelly Ann. I think I'm going to do a video for this like I did Justin Gatlin. Because Justin Gatlin was consistently in those top 4. Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce is going to be more or less probably year after year. Probably in the top 6, I would say. Just because, injury, then getting pregnant and everything like that. That's crazy. Now, somebody said that she about to take the record from Elaine. So let's go here. Then we got Dina Asher-Smith. I was calling her out a little bit. Other people were calling her out and saying she got no chance. She only won that medal because of no competition. Look what she did here. With competition, she beat some of the best athletes in the world. With competition, Elaine Thompson-Herah was in this race unlike them. See, the excuse would still be Elaine Thompson-Herah was injured there. Elaine Thompson-Herah ran this one, and then she got pumped back into seventh. She got pushed back into seventh. You got the hype crowd there, the local people, Abby Steiner, you got Clark, you got Kambunji, always making finals, and yet Dina Asher-Smith came up there and she got a bronze. She got a bronze, so she's gonna add to that. 2 times Olympic bronze medalist. I think those are both from the relays. World Championship silver medalist 3 times. One from the 100, the other one's from the relay. World champion, obviously 2019, and so on and so forth. Dina Asher-Smith, so happy that she got a medal here. I gotta be honest. Then we got Shericka Jackson, as I call her, Action Jackson, the workhorse of Jamaica. The workhorse of Jamaica. And by the way, we got 240 to 250 people. Smash the like buttons, y'all. Smash the like buttons. We're about to go over to the men. We're about to get to the men in just a second. And definitely, everybody here, if you like to help support the channel, definitely go ahead and just slap that button there. Is the Cash App. Y'all see it there in the chat. And if you are in the post recording, you're going to see it here in the chat afterward. But let's go here, or the PayPal. Look right here. We got Action Jackson. Shericka Jackson comes up here after getting a silver. And Shelly Ann getting the gold in the 100. She was hungry. This is her favorite event right now to run. The 200. 28 years old. I mean, she got a couple more years. If it follows the standard path, right around 32, 33, she might peak up, but who knows? Who knows how that's going to go? But if it follows the standard path, about 32 to 33, and then because she's so fast, she could still be winning all the way to about 35 to 37, 38. Just looking at past champions, past performances of athletes, still medaling definitely at those ages. So we're going to do that. Paulina, you could go ahead and do a super chat. Anybody could do a super chat. Just, YouTube takes, 1/3 or more of that. But hey, you know what? It shows the support. Now shout out to you if you drop a super chat. Now look, obviously 3 times world champion. Some of those on the 4x4 relay. And then also it's the 4x4, and then 2 of those on a 4x1, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I got to think about that one. Was it 2 4x1s? Did they update it right now? Because I know they were slow to update it the other time, but I'm not going to verify. But 3-time world champion before this. Then we got as Olympic champion, World Championship silver medalist, Olympic Games silver medalist, and then so on and so forth. All of these. 3 times Olympic bronze medalist, and so on and so forth. Look at all this. Pan American there. Shericka Jackson really got the huge range. She's like Merlene. She's like Merlene, except she can not be the bronze queen. She's going to do even beyond that. She's going to do beyond the bronze queen stuff. She is here already getting the gold. She's here already getting the individual gold. The individual gold. See, the reason why I say Merlene a little bit is because it's easy to point to Allison Felix, but she's running for the USA. I like to, point to your own countries and everything, right? I like to point to the athlete's country. But if we talk about the most recent athlete doing that, then we could point to a Shanae Miller-Uibo. Because Shanae Miller-Uibo got range as well, just not quite as strong in the 100. And obviously Shericka Jackson's better than everybody in the 2. But Shanae Miller-Uibo to stay in the Caribbean. Then we got Allison Felix, obviously, in the USA. We got a couple Europeans. I'm losing one of the athletes right now because there are 2 athletes. They got range from the 100 all the way up to the 4. Obviously, they haven't been able to medal in these, but just the fact that you do see athletes that can make world championships, make Olympics, and they can be in the 1, the 2, the 4. They could play around. They could be on a 4x1, 4x4. That's crazy. They said, Shericka and Shelly said, no white gal can beat me. Dang, they said it out loud. Okay, so everybody been, so people are paying attention to race out there. So you know the people that be trying to be race neutral. I be like, look, let's go here. I'm not a stand for nobody like how some of the announcers are. But yeah, I can see how they saying that. It's very much there. Somebody might have thrown up some hand signals out there at some point, some white supremacy hand signals, but I'm not going to get into that one. Not right now, unless it becomes something bigger. Now, Paulina, shout out to you. Is that Australian dollars? 12 Australian dollars, I think. It says, thank you, Nick, for your daily coverage of the champs with a heart. Yeah, so that is Australia. Been watching since the Olympics. Love from Australia. Oh, yeah, I remember. You did come in last year. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that, Paulina. I really appreciate that. Let me go ahead and continue. Because we got people from all over. What time is it over there for you? Because it's almost 11 p.m. for me. Y'all got to be like, what, 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning? So, Sharika Jackson, shout out to you. Championship record. Now, let's look at the photo finish. Then, I'm going over to the men. This was not... Oh, yeah, I forgot. I gotta analyze everybody else, then go to the men. This was not a close race. This was a blowout. It looked closer than what it was. Because everybody's running so fast. But look, that is not close at all. She blew out Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. We got to be honest here. She blew out Dina Asher-Smith. So she blew out Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, who blew out Dina Asher-Smith. And then everybody else started to crunch up and everything like that. Clark, she did what she needed to do. Abby Steiner faded. Let me take this off so y'all can see the whole thing. Abby Steiner faded. And I had a feeling that would happen. And I think I even said it. I'm not 100% certain. They said 147. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You said you're on lunch break. Oh, yeah, I forgot that's the same or similar time zone as Japan. I do be having some people I have to talk to out there. Okay, dang, 147. Gosh, dang. So, yes. They said, my good Dr. Elaine Thompson-Hira was a no-show. I will not make an excuse because she'll be back, like the Terminator. Woodism said. Okay, I was shouting out to you earlier because I was like, man, where's Woodism at? Because I know he probably gonna come up and say, well, you know, she was hurt or something. But okay, that's good on you. They mind your own said, I hate to have to start blocking in this chat. Wait a minute, what's happening? Wait a minute, what's happening in the chat? It's getting that crazy in the chat? Come on now, y'all can't take it that personal. They said 13 hours. Wait a minute. Abby was tired. Yeah. Never put a limit on her. She can. Man, I'm losing track. What happened in the chat? But anyway, Sini, according to World Athletics, the consistency, the logic, Sini wouldn't be here, but obviously Sini is. So we got Abby Steiner. Then we got Tamara Clark, Kambunji, 60-meter world champion, to last place in the finals of the 200-meter world championships. Hey, I will say this. I'm glad that World Athletics has been listening, particularly to this channel and others, but particularly to this one. We do stuff that other channels even won't do. They might have interviews with some athletes. They might do some other stuff, but I'm over here. I try to leave some nuggets of building up, particularly black empowerment. Most of us are black. I'm black myself. No offense to anybody else. I mean, we're targeted every single place on the planet, including in our own countries and by our own people. But we do things different over here, and I like to shout out to this. These are the athletes that are head and shoulders above the rest. They made it into the final. And for you to make it into the final, you're not trash if you didn't do anything. Track and field is going through an evolution right now. I'm going to do the State of the Union of track and field, I think, after this championships. What do you guys think about that? I'll do this very quick, and now we're off to the men. Look, they added in points for the top 8 for a team title. Now, obviously, the team is your nation. But the fact that these ladies here, they made it into it. In every other event, those top 8 athletes, it don't matter what it is, distance, throws, jumps, the road with the marathon or the race walking, it doesn't matter if it's on the track with the sprints, the hurdles. If you get in that top 8, those are athletes we gotta say head and shoulders above the rest, because this is what this channel is for. Really, like what I said, I think the top 32 that can make it in these events would be qualified under that moniker as it stands here. I would say it's top 30, but they allow 32 athletes. I say top 30 to maybe top 50. Those are your athletes that I will be doing. And remember, I had that ranking system last year, but I decided to, because there's a specific qualifier for it. I said it on here, but because I know that World Athletics and these other entities are watching, they could have already seen that and they're working on that anyway. Who cares? With that the ranking system where we had platinum over gold, we're gonna implement that. Track and field is going through an evolution where first place isn't the only one that counts. Where bronze, if you don't get bronze, you're not worthless. It's gonna be these top 8 that made it into this final. Then it's gonna start extending to the other ones. But it starts here with this top 8. Not to like to shout out those women, the men that have been competing and made it, and the kids, because we got some teenagers under 18 that have been making these finals and been coming here. Now we're off to the men. We're off to the men here in the men's 200. The wind was only a positive 0.4. Obviously, Usain Bolt's world record was run into a negative headwind of a negative 0.3. So almost dead, just like this, almost dead. But still negative it is. If it was more positive, obviously same thing. I'll say 1.8, 1.6, cutting it close, but 1.8 to 2.0. This is a world record performance here. Obviously, wind would have been needed. After NCAA, most athletes need like 3 months to fully recover. Elaine going on maternity leave, DeMarcus Max said. Man, what's everybody... come on. They said, oh, you saying her husband wants a son. I got you. That makes sense. Hey, look, if it's in between, it's real hard now that these championships are year after year. It's not an off year, so it's not like, you know what, we're going to get pregnant here, then we can have a baby there. It's like you got to choose and pick and choose. In my opinion, I'm like, look, I'm just going to do it. Like, if I'm one of the ladies, I'm like, hey, look, I'm going to pick a time. I'm just going to have to do it. I'm not going to be this age forever. At-risk pregnancy later. Like, hey, look, it is what it is. Now, congratulations, Noah Lyles. Did I not call this as it were? I'm happy that Aaron Brown didn't get last. I will say that. I was wondering there. Ogando, congratulations to him, breaking 20 yet again, twice now. He never broken 20 coming into this championship final, and now he's broken it twice. Fambule, just missing it. But it's a USA sweep. Yet another sweep for the United States. Here it is. If you need somebody to come in, you need them to blow the leaves off of your yard. You need them to pick up the trash, that as it were. You need them to handle the business. Count on the USA. It might have been 3 different men that did it this time. Unlike with Jamaica having 2 of the 3 women, and all 3 of the women making the final, really, it's still a sweep for the USA. This is crazy. Noah Lyles, American record. He broke Michael Johnson's American and former world record. Let's see if they put it here for his personal best yet. Have they updated it? Yes, they're quick tonight. So that means Sharika Jackson on there, they did include that one. They are quick. That means you will have 3-time world champion here. Here it is. It doesn't have American record or AR by it, so obviously it's pending ratification and everything like that. But 1931. I was going to start immediately after. My friends called. They were blowing up my phone. I had called one of them. And then I got a call back, but they were blowing up my phone. Multiple people were speaking to them. And man, this gave me chills. that Noah Lyles was able to do that. When I saw 1932, I immediately was, whoa, like people hitting the over here in this where I'm staying. We got a couple old people around. They over here hitting walls like pipe down, pipe down. I forgot my computer and TV. I had 2 different broadcasts going on at the same time, extremely loud. They were like, man, you loud. I had this thing blasted. I didn't even realize it. I was like tone deaf or something. And I'm over here. It's like I didn't hear anything. And then, whoo! Like I got chills from watching this. I'm going to have to rewatch this again. I got chills. Noah Lyles did this properly. And he eased up just a little bit before the line. But that's kind of what they do at the championships. But they ease up a little bit before the line. He didn't even lean. Let me look at that photo finish here. Let's look at this photo finish. Yeah, he didn't even lean. So obviously that might have been if he didn't ease up, that would have been sub 1930. And you know what? We had somebody here. We had somebody here that I had to just call out. He said Michael Johnson was juiced up. So I just had to call him out on that one. That was the most retarded statement I hadn't heard in a while. Said it in the comment section. He said the only way that there's no way that Americans could go 19-3. And here you go. You got an American going 19-3. Where are you at? Dude, where are you at? You said no Americans could go 19-3. And we got an American going 19-31, eased up at the line. Eased up. Barely any wind behind him. Eased up, meaning he would have went 19-29, 19-28, somewhere around there had he kept going. If not a little bit faster, but I'm a be conservative here. Eased up at the line. Look at the picture. He's leaning upright / backwards here. I'm not sure if I would have marked this as a chest. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I don't know if I would have marked this as a chest. I don't want to start some controversy because, I mean, I was a former timer and everything. But now that I look at the line, like, is that his chest? But, hey, look, it is what it is with the times. I'm not about to question them, but everybody sees it here on the screen. If you go look, maybe you could zoom in. I'm not about to zoom in here. But maybe this isn't at the chest, but I think it is. They're professionals. Obviously, his chest is somewhere around there. Let me not. So, but yeah, this is crazy. Now, how fast can he go is the next question. How fast can this man go? My friend told me, he was like, look, just like Usain Bolt had to get to Michael Johnson's record first and then break that into that new territory, maybe Noah Lyles has to do the same thing. Here's what I gotta say. With this race analysis right here, let's go back at the photo finish here. Okay, look. Y'all talking about Michael Johnson was salty. Michael Johnson said he was a pin cushion for all the testing. Yeah. So, they said Bolt said same after records, they test for all records. Yep. They said, but to be fair, Panache said, but to be fair, everyone ran slower. Only Jackson was exponentially quicker and Shelley was consistent. Though I know Shelley has a 21.7 in there. Well, she did hit a personal best, so she didn't run slower. Well, not everyone ran slower. Not Shelley and is consistent. She ran faster. She ran a personal best. So they said, why did the ladies run slower but the men ran faster? Odd. I think it was nerves. Probably so. But in any case, back to the men here. This is crazy. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. Noah Lyles got out on every single person in that field. Every single person in that field, Noah Lyles ate their ass up. This is uncharacteristic from Noah Lyles. He was working on his 60. This is what this paid off for. Because people are like, okay, 60, he's probably doing a 100. It paid off in the 200. Just like Sidney McLaughlin doing that 100 hurdles. Paid off. Noah Lyles working on this 60 has paid off on this curve because he's not the best curve runner. He came here, he was ready. He came here and ran a 1931 new American record. He ate up everybody out of the curve. I told my friend earlier, I said, look, in order for Knighton to beat Lyles, he's going to have to take it slightly easier on the curve, where he gets out like normal up to about 60 meters, then starts to coast slightly. He's got to be looking. He's got to be still trying, but he got to coast or float, so to speak, a little bit right there. Look at Lyles and then put in the afterburners or whatever energy he got left. Now, I don't know if he's tried that in practice. He's going to have to try this at different meets. That's what he's going to have to experiment with, because it seems like he kind of just runs flat out from that curve and then coming to the home straightaway. And if he just gets himself to run the curve still good, but then hold back a little bit where he might be able to close more. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in that interpretation. But that's what I thought Knight needed to do to beat Lyles. But in this case, I thought he was like, I'm like, wait a minute, he might be applying my strategy. I'm like, no, he started too slow. He looks sluggish. This did not look well for Knight. I thought he was almost out of the medals. I'm glad he held on, because Famboule, he closes like a freaking train, and that's what he was doing. Now, Famboule needs to take some tips from Noah Lyles and start working on that 60, start working on getting out of those blocks faster and better, because he leaves too much. This is that Richardson thing in the 100. You leave too much to the rest of the field and you're out of it with world-class athletes. Sure, you could probably catch other athletes, but when it's like that, no. Bednarik, he's done well. He actually a little bit surprised me. I thought that he could have an outside chance of a silver, and really I thought he was the weakest link out of them, because although I did bet on Knighton getting third, I thought it would be more of a split here. So I'm very happy for Bednarik, or as they say, Kung Fu Kenny. Let me see here. She is Briwan said, I think if they gave Knighton lane 5, he would have got silver. But anyways, congratulations to him. At least he medaled. He got his lane because he ran the way he ran, slower. So that's why he got that lane. And so it's unfortunate for him, but kind of like Noah Lyles last year being the last qualifier, or second to last, and then he got lane 3. So it's kind of just works out that way. Let me see. They said Lyles went all out. All out, my word. That was impressive. Panache said. Then we got ZX saying, bro, no one seeing Bolt 200-meter record. Well, unless God say so. Look, I can't count that one out. Johan Blake probably would have had that without the slip. If Johan Blake had it, Noah Lyles looked still pretty comfortable while going all out here. He looked comfortable. He wasn't worn out. Remember, Usain Bolt was worn out when he ran the slightly faster, that 19.30. When he ran that, yeah, he was breathing hard. Obviously, Noah Lyles didn't have the 100 in his legs, so that's a little bit different. Now, we got the Francois said Famboule gives himself too much work against the world's best. Bednarik was injured earlier this year. Yep. Let me see. The Alpha Man said, I thought Knighton was going to run 19.5. You know what? That's what a lot of people say, but think about it like this. Knighton ran that 19.49, which people kept making it seem like it was 19.4 flat. No, it's 19.49. That was only a hair faster than Noah Lyles' 19.50. Like, when you get something like that, nah, he's not substantially faster. He's still developing, obviously. So that's going to come into play. But I couldn't see him because he did that in one off. Lyles, I can't bet against Lyles unless he gets hurt. Like even last year, it's hard to bet against Lyles. Now, he was mentally shook and everything like that. So that was different. But Lyles, it's hard to bet against the man that's only lost two, I count them two, professional races in his entire professional career. I wonder if he goes out like Edwin Moses, but less, wins and stuff like that. Like Edwin Moses, where he just won, won. In his final race, he lost. And then Noah Lyles just does that, and he loses, and then he's out. I wonder if it does that. Hafiz Romans, thank you for the super chat, $20. You said, I disagree with your analysis tonight on the women 200 meter, but still support your channel. Hey, look, we ain't always gonna agree, but we can always at least appreciate the sport, and I do appreciate the $20 super chat from you. I will be using this to support and grow the channel for sure. Definitely. I definitely do appreciate you. You always come out here and support. So, especially during championship time. Let me see here. They said, no, he won his heat. Got a faster time than Kenny, sir. It should have been him in lane 5. Yeah. She is Wayne. That is correct. That is correct. Now, I don't know, because that's what I thought with, what did they do? With Shanae Miller-Weibo, where she got lane 3? And I'm like, she ran the fastest out of all of them. So, the winner in the quickest time typically does get the pick. So, I don't know if it was randomized or something. But, yeah. That's just kind of how it is. The overall fastest time may get the pick. From what they were saying, Lyles picked lane 6, so that means Shanae Miller-Weibo in the 400 must have picked lane 3. I thought it was kind of weird being that tall. It's a disadvantage to her, but hey, she gets to see Paulina. They said, but Lyles is a master of relaxed running. You have to watch more of his races to know when he's going all out. Panache said, you are correct, but politics and money trumped him. Politics and money. Okay. I don't know what that what's coming up there. ADI said we say pressure does burst pipe. In the Caribbean we say pressure does burst pipe. Hopefully Knighton don't follow in Asafa's footsteps. Hey, he's already doing better than Asafa. Asafa couldn't medal. Remember, he couldn't medal to save his life until way after Usain Bolt's era. He had a chance where he could have gotten gold or any color medal, and he just could not get it. He got that Commonwealth in 2006. I think he should have just kept going at all games. Pan American, just get that whole tension of a championship feeling in under his belt. Get the tension of that and saying, hey, I got to prove myself here, even if the U.S. isn't there. But he just never did. I don't think he's the Asafa Powell. He got a medal already. So I got to say that's there. But they said, the Frank Watt said, when Knighton did not come close to 19.5 at trials, I knew the 1949 could be an outlier. People were dumb acting like Lyles and Knighton basically had the same PR. BDQ 1975 said, I knew Lyles was going to blitz Knighton here based on their USA encounter. Lyles came off from COVID after NYC and going into USA's and still won. Now, this was a healthy Lyles. See what happened. Exactly. So, let me see. Algie said they hyped up Sha'Carri, but they also dragged her. The white men love Abby, Algie said. Or Ajleed said. Maybe not. That's a good one. Maybe not. I've seen a lot of caping from black people there. But, hey. The Alpha Man said the medal for Knighton will build his confidence. Yeah, that's what I think. I said coming into this, I think Knighton, he just needs to get a medal and he's going to be good. Now, I think personally, he was disappointed with that. I didn't see the after or the interviews or anything like that, so I have to catch up to that. But I said this earlier to my friend. I said if Knighton gets a bronze, and especially he gets it to Kenny or anybody else in the field, because I think he thinks only one person in the field is maybe better than him. I think he wouldn't be happy losing, but he would be happy getting a silver. He would be satisfied. But if he gets that bronze, that's going to light a fire in him more than that silver would, because he realizes how good Lyles is. Everybody knows how good Lyles is. But Bednarik, I think that lights a fire into him, and then he's going to go there. Uh, Panache Leroy Burrell had the world record twice and doesn't have an individual Olympic medal. They said, how Asafa in this LMAO? Leave the man's career to rest in peace. I know. The Freakwa said, mind your own. I think they are too, but we will see what Abby brings in the big leagues. Now, let's look at the let's look at some of these other, let's look at the next day so we can see what we're covering. My voice is about done. I got the water in the other room. Maybe I should get up and get that because it's starting to get real hard to talk. Tomorrow morning, we got the 35-kilometer race walk. They lowered it from 50 kilometers. Thank you very much for lowering it. Why did I say you like that? We got the pole vault, the 4x1 qualifiers. It's very interesting what they're going to do in the heats. I think they changed the hurdle or the relay rule, but we'll see. Maybe that was only the mixed relay. Then we got the javelin final, 800 women's semifinal. Then we got the 400s finals right there. We got the women, the men. Then we got the women's 400-meter hurdles. This is going to be a good one right here. For the people that have been waiting, because I got 3 emails for the track stars. They were like, hey, what happened to the website? You said it was going to be 2 days ago, and now it's 2 days later. They said that earlier. For the people that wanted to support there or to at least check it out, whichever one, I had to talk to the domain host, and it's some issue in the background. So I guess once we took it down, something about restoring the data. So we're about to see what happens. So any day now, we should be getting some news on when that goes back up. But definitely, we're going to have it where it's distance, sprints, throws, jump, and all types of stuff. Even a little bit of a relay there as far as the track stars. These are the first iteration of them. So they're more like, hey, you're supporting the channel, getting us out, getting our foot out the door, and then we can start doing giveaways and all types of other things. So that's what we're covering there. Now, one last thing I want to do here. Wait a minute. Women's semifinal for the 800. Let's look at the start list right there. Let's look at the start list. It's 2 plus the next 2 fastest times. I think Wilson makes it out. This is going to be a little bit more hard. I think Tracy from Great Britain, she's going to have to really do it. But Jim Ariki there, Elamu, maybe. But I think Wilson could make this. She's going to have to really be on edge there and not do what she did in this semis. I think she was testing the new move and did what she did. Then we got Ntoya Gould, Hodgkinson, Bassett, Rogers. Oh my goodness. It's going to have to be some qualifying by time out of this one. Hodgkinson, it could be an upset here. There's been a lot of surprises. These boxing matches in the men's 800, man. Boxing matches all over the place in that men's 800. So it can happen in the women's. Then we got Prudence Segodeso from South Africa. I'm looking forward to her, but unfortunately, they got a thing Mo in this field, and it's just going to be very unlikely that they're going to come away with, beating her. So we're going to give Mo Nakai, I want to say, but Prudence from South Africa just looking pretty well. Bell from Great Britain, she's going to have to run it. But this is going to be hard and heartbreaking. Now, Kalonji said, or Dalia said, I just hope these young athletes stay injury free. Yeah, same thing. Should Fred Curley run in the relays? If he's fit enough, I think he should run in the relays. Yeah. He just caught a cramp. It wasn't an injury, but he caught a cramp. So in my opinion, I think he should really just run in those relays. Some people disagree, but I'm like, look, it's a cramp. We catch cramps at different times. He was smart to just slow it down and shut it down. So as long as he's rehabbed pretty well, and they got some of the best rehab on the planet, I think he should be fine. He said he was available to run it. Iron Boy, I guess we will see. 800 meters time. What the time is for the 800? So the evening session, once again, their local time there is 5:05. My time, which is Central USA time, is 7:05. So 800 is gonna go off at 8:35 Central USA time, which is 6:35 in Oregon, so Pacific time. So you guys adjust your watches, go over to World Athletics. You'll be able to see the timetable. I will catch you all. They said, wait a minute. Will USA drop the baton? Okay, I'm going to say it here. I did have absolutely, let me rephrase this. I did have absolutely zero expectations for the USA on the 4x1. I looked at who we have for the 4x1 relays coach or the relays coach. It didn't say 4x1. It could be 4x4 and 4x1. And I was like, okay, he doesn't seem to coach anywhere. We just got one of our former Olympic gold medalists, particularly in the 4x4, 200, whatnot, and all of that. And he's on there, and I'm like, the other coaches, they coach here and there. I'm like, is the U.S. doing some of this politics again that they keep talking about, where some dude, yes, he ran. That's like Michael Jordan coaching a basketball team. Yeah, sure. I might trust him the first or second year or third year. I give him 4 years to develop a team. But if he's coming out significantly worse than the team was before, and they're a bad team anyway, then I'm just gonna have to replace him. We can't afford to be doing that type of stuff. The United States cannot afford to do that. Japan is ready on the men's side. Japan is ready on the men's side. I got zero expectation other than, you know what? USA men won 2019. They had a significantly different crowd. Maybe it's just the curse of Gatlin, the curse of Tyson Gay, Mike Rogers, and all of them. All of the older cats that are either retired or on their way to retiring just because their times can't keep up anymore. Maybe it was that era and just they couldn't do it like that. And now that we have younger ones, maybe they can. Now, it was different teams a lot of those times, but still, I gotta say that you said John Drummond was the best relay coach for America. You said Wallace Spearman. No, Wallace Spearman is not the relay coach. They said Christian Coleman said he doesn't want relay. Oh, interesting. Well, that's good. At least he's honest with himself. He probably feels a little salty from that. But if I look at the team here again, who is the coach? I think it was Mark Burns. Yeah, Mark Burns. Mark Burns is the coach. Mark, if I'm not mistaken. Wait a minute. No, that's Trinidad and Tobago. Hold on. What's the USA announces roster? Here it is for World Championships. Let me bring this up real quick. World. Let's see. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna see this one because I'm getting up the other sports. That's why you gotta put World Athletics Championships Team USA. Here we go. Let me go. Oh, I want to shout out to, maybe I shouldn't shout out to who I know in USATF that is going to be coaching on these things. So never mind, because I am very critical of USATF, and I will say this: I don't want them to lose positions that they got, because I know a few of the staff members and some of the people named on this team. I know them personally. I called them up and said congratulations for being selected on this team. So, and I'm not going to specify between what teams this is for. Now let me look here. Eugene, Oregon. Sprints, hurdles, assistant coach, head manager, men's staff. Relay staff. Okay, Mike Marsh. There we go. It's Mike Marsh. Why did I say Mark Burns? It's Mike Marsh. So I was trying to look up Mike Marsh to see if he was coaching somewhere. And I'm just like, I don't see where he's coaching. And that's unfortunate. Mike Marsh is an excellent 60, 200 meter athlete and everything like that. 4x1. all of those things. But yeah, he had a fair 400. He had a fair 400, 45 seconds. But yeah, they said, what happened with Drummond? He's been banned for 10 years or something like that. Kiki Brown said, yeah. You know what? With I think it was that drug busting stuff with him. And to be honest, I give him a lifetime ban. It's like if you get caught once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5. Like if you just keep getting caught habitually over and over, and it's tarnishing the image of what I'm doing, like you out. If you're not adding anything to it, I'm not gonna have no negotiation with you at all. You're just out. Like that's how I would do it. Unlike Alberto Salazar, where they was just like, it's the quote spirit of the sport he violated. What kind of vague term is that? That means they could just fire anybody for whatever reason that they want. Yeah, Mike Marsh, he was an excellent 200 meter athlete, but he wasn't there. I mean, he won the Olympics in 1992. For those that don't know who he is, but he's coaching the team. But I haven't seen him pull up on any of the searches that I did. Other coaches, I can see them. High school, which is weird, but that's for the U20. Colleges and everything like that. Like, okay, that makes sense. They said John would be too old to return. Drummond was involved with the Tyson drug thing. Yeah. Crystal, PED, and banned. Trayvon, Bracy, Knighton, Noah. Makes sense right there. Mike Marsh was the American record holder in the 200 meter. Then you said bust. Oh, I guess you just deleted that. But yeah. So he won the Barcelona 1992 Olympics. Also in a 200 individually, and obviously he was silver at the World Championships. Oh no, gold at the World Championships, I think. Let me pull him up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I know that in Barcelona he got the 200. It was just over 20 seconds. It was like a 20.02, 20.01, and then they got that 4x100 meter relay. I forget if it was a world record at the time or not. But yeah. Anyway, they said, shaking my head, another no name. Mind Your Own said that one. Okay, I'm not saying that one, y'all. But She Is Bree Wayne said, what if Elaine pull out of the relays? OMG. Well, say goodbye to, it might be say goodbye to Team Jamaica winning the gold. Like, if even one of them go off because USA been practicing all year, it might be something else. But y'all, I'm about to go. I'm tired. I know y'all tired. It's 11:22. Let's come back tomorrow, same time, same place. It's going to be between 10 and 10:15. All right? 10 to 10:15. Check back in here. You've been watching Head and Shoulders ATR, as of course, I am your host, Nick. And remember, we building this to be the #1 track and field analysis or channel with other sports as well. If we just gonna glow up and blow up through the ranks. All right, track and field is going through an evolution, and we are pushing the bounds here. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all that everybody supported me in the super chat earlier. Hafiz and Paulina, everybody that supported through